Okay guys, just walking back from Galleria Mall. Did quite a few approaches. Was a good experience, new environment. We even shot some infields, thanks to you, Ephraim.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so here we have a beautiful Russian girl visiting a friend. Brazilian model. Wait for the cute pose. Yes. And the Serbian cutie. Absolutely stunning.
What's your experience of the mall?
Yeah, so it took me fucking forever to walk there. It literally took me forever. You want me to hold it?
Yeah.
And I had to navigate around a few. I think I just took the wrong way, so that's just my fault. But anyways, I met up with the guys. They had already been there for a couple of hours and started out at the food court, and then they took me down to the first floor, which was the busiest area of Galleria Mall. And we showed our friend here what we mean by sniping. We showed SB the sniping technique. Oh, yeah. So we ended up plopping down at a cafe. I went in for a couple of approaches before we sat down at the cafe. Honestly got blown out of most of them for me today, which is always something to remember, is even the guys that are teaching this, right? Even the guys that claim to be experts, we're not immune to rejection. Yeah, this happens all the time. I have days like this all the time where most of the girls pretty much walk straight past me, or all of them have boyfriends, etc. And sometimes it's just how it goes, yeah? I didn't lose any hope, I didn't lose any momentum, I just continued going in, and then we ended up sitting down at a cafe. All of us ordered a coffee, and then this is my favorite part of the mall, is literally like every 2 to 3 minutes, either Balthus or I got up, ran from the table, and ran after a girl to approach.
The stop is the most important part of the approach. It has to be relaxed, but also assertive. In this case, I had to walk a few steps with her before she stopped. She needed time to understand what's going on. With these two Russian girls, I decided to get completely in front of them, which worked very well. They were super focused on what was happening. With this Brazilian model, it's almost a side stop. It's like she's waking up from her sleepwalking until she understands what's happening, and now she's very interested.
That was really fun. Got into a lot of good conversations, and then for me, I really didn't have any success until my very last conversation, where this was the most difficult approach I did of the day. I went in for a 2-set, one American girl and one girl from the Netherlands. It ended up going pretty well. I potentially have a date set up. We'll see if she ends up replying. And so I just wingmaned Balthus the rest of the day. I didn't want to risk running into my date later on, and so it was a good time. I brought the GoPro out. I got some good footage of Balthus going in for some approaches. He had quite a few long conversations, but yeah, in my opinion, the Galleria Mall is like a really great place for a day like today, where it ended up being rainy. So yeah, here, I'll hand it back. I'll start navigating.
Yeah, that one thing I'm definitely feeling right now is all the momentum. Yeah, we don't want to get killed.
I had quite a long conversation with this girl. She was loving the moment. Her feet were pointed towards me. And all this time, we kept a very strong eye contact. She loved it. Towards the end, I'm asking her for her WhatsApp, and she reveals she has a boyfriend. This is normal, okay? Many girls have boyfriends. She still loved it, and it left me with great positive momentum. These two Russian girls are friends from school. One of them lives in Russia, and she's visiting her friend. I was focused more on the girl on the left because I found her way more attractive. When I opened, my compliment was directed towards her. Near the end of the conversation, I felt like the girl on the right maybe got a little bit jealous and gave me signs that she wanted to exit the conversation. This Brazilian girl is telling me she has a model. The little pose means, what kind of model do you think I am? All this time, she had an adorable smile on her face. Very sweet girl, very friendly, long handshake. It's okay to move a little bit when you approach. You don't need to stand still like a rock. You can move your legs, you can move your arms. Keep strong eye contact, smile, be friendly, and completely focus on what she is saying, how she's behaving. She has an extremely positive body language. We're talking about her living in Belgrade for some modeling. Later on, I'm setting up the date with her, asking her out for drinks. It is important, once the approach and the interaction goes well, that you set up the date during the first interaction. Usually, depending on the culture and the local customs, you want to go for the WhatsApp and not the Instagram. Definitely with models, since they have a ton of followers and hundreds of DMs. WhatsApp is a more personal choice and is way more practical for setting up dates. When you have the WhatsApp number, just type your name, press send, and verify she received the message. The worst thing is to walk away from a very good approach like this one and have the wrong number because of a typo.
If you've been watching some of his content and you're on the fence about potentially reaching out for some coaching, you've got to reach out to this guy. We're even walking with our friend SB here, who did a mini immersion with Balthus yesterday. He went in for his first few approaches. It's amazing to see the difference. Yeah, we had a long conversation about how he felt afterwards and how he felt before, and it's just night and day as far as courage and confidence. Yeah, you start out, you always think the worst case scenario for some reason. You always think it's gonna go so bad, they're gonna try to beat me up, they're gonna call the cops on me. And he helped coach his client through his first few approaches. They went absolutely amazing. And then he came out of the other side unscathed, okay. And now he has a completely different mindset and he's ready to tackle some more approaches. He even got one in at the mall. So yeah, I would highly recommend you reach out to Balthus if you're watching this content, because our prices are never gonna be this low again. As soon as we start coaching some clients, my prices, Balthus's prices are gonna be skyrocketing. The only reason why it's a good time to reach out now is because we don't have that much coaching experience, and so you're really early on in his channel, so you get a really big benefit. But yeah, Balthus is an absolute killer. Like, if you see this man out in the field, he like hypnotizes these girls with the way he stares at them. His stop is really, really strong. Gets right in front of the girl, commands her to stop, and I mean, every time Balthus goes up, I'm pretty much guessing that he's gonna get her number and get a date. So you definitely want this guy to be your coach. I'd recommend clicking the link in the description to book a call with him, because this guy will change your life, yeah?
I'm gonna have to pay a commission at this point.
I thought that's what was going on, dude.